Well, welcome to the Belconnen Basketball Stadium for this round 7 clash of the 2021 Spalding Waratah League. It's Davey J here in the commentary booth. Coming up from the stadium, we've got a really intriguing matchup. It is the Canberra Nationals up against the Hills Hornets. It's going to be an absolute beauty. Looking very much forward to it, and it's a homecoming of sorts. Joining me in the commentary booth is former Nationals player, absolute superstar on the court. Looking forward to having you back on the court representing the ACT. But great to have you in commentary. It's Chloe Tulliak. G'day, mate. How you going?
Hello. Good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problems whatsoever. We spoke about it being a pretty intriguing match. We've just seen the W1 women's game go about, and a lot of the players from the Hills Hornets, a few of them have had to back up. But I tell you what, against the Nationals, they are looking good. 100% on the road. How good is that? They are super firing, and there's going to be some really interesting games. How do you see this going?
I think if the Nationals girls can get out and exploit the 4 girls coming off the game beforehand, if they can run them, if they can crash the boards, it's going to be, I think, a good home win, hopefully. Yeah,
absolutely. Not a great lot of height for the visiting team, but that plays to our strengths as well. We're not known as a very big team here, especially in 2021, the Canberra Nationals, so it could be a good even matchup.
Absolutely.
Just running through the teams here, the ground announcer or courtside announcer is running through who is on the teams. We will let you know very shortly who they are as well and tell you who the starting 5 is. But before we get underway, it's not too far away from Reconciliation Week, so Basketball ACT would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the ACT, the Ngunnawal people, and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. We acknowledge and respect the continuing culture Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people make to the life of basketball within the city and the region. Heading into the final warm-ups here just before we get underway, it isn't a bad side. A couple of the guns for the Hills Hornets unfortunately ruled out. I'd circled 2 names that were going to be big contributors. One of them, Rhiannon Davis, is out for the game, so we'll be looking to Cassie Pentney to pick up some of that. They had a loss last week against the North Bears, always a tough team in your experience, I'm sure.
Yes.
62-94, so they've got a bit of work to do to get back into the winners' circle, despite them having a 4-2 record.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how these girls come out after that loss last week, because it was a pretty tough game by the sounds of it. Obviously, missing Rhiannon is going to be tough for them, so it'll be actually really interesting to see who steps up tonight. Yeah, absolutely. The squad is at number 5, Taylor Cotties, number 6, Maddie Emmett Dynan, number 7, Brittany Sewell, number 8 is Isabella Dwan, number 9, Laura Davidson, 11, Kelsey Curtin, number 14, Cassie Pentney, and 21 is Brittany Ridland. The Hills Hornets are coached by Darren Marshall, assistant coach Danielle Demores and Anya Kolodzic. So they are going to be there. Only got a few numbers here. They've got 8 by the looks of it. 7 by the count of it here, actually. I've just had a look as they've swirled around. Oh, no, 8 there. Maths is never my strong suit, Chloe, so keep an eye out for me there. It is good, but I tell you what, they're going to have to do some hard work. For the hometown team, number 1, Nikki Dow, number 5, Abby Cabillo, number 6, Nikki Warner, backing up from the Academy game just recently. Number 7, the Laser, Hannah Kaiser, will be out there to try and add some more points to her season tally. Number 9, Abby Morton, been impressed with her over the last couple of weeks as well. The veteran Sarah McCapian is going to have a big bearing on what happens on court today. 11 is Yar Mayan, 13 Chris Langhorn, 20 Emmy Clark, another one of the players from the Academy stepping up into the top grade. 21 Jasmine Bootsos, who is doing a great job as well and has become a real contributor right across both programs, the Nationals Academy and the Nationals. And rounding out with number 23 Elizabeth Tonks, and 24 Mickey Williams, coached by Natalie Hurst, assisted by Shane Wallace and manager Sophie New. I tell you what, speaking of a run of form, Abby Cabillo, the last 3 games away, I don't think she likes the cold, basically, because she's had a massive couple of weeks, or massive fortnight, where she's been averaging 22 points on the road. It's been a huge output of points from her. Definitely. Coming off the back of that WNBL hub up in Queensland, she's just gone from stride to stride, Abby. She's taken her shot, she's attacking the basket hard, and she's really just backing herself. I think she's really just settled into who she is as a player now.
Yeah, absolutely. Started the the season a little bit quietly, but has certainly built into it as the rounds have gone on. But hasn't had to do anything dramatically different. It's just playing her own game, but those shots are starting to fall. She's starting to get that penetration off the drive into the basketball, which is one of her trademark moves.
Definitely, yeah. And I think you'll notice that with a couple of the girls. Like, there's new girls that have come in, the younger ones add in a little bit of life to it, and just everyone trying to figure out how they fit within the team now that they're settled. Hopefully it's a nice run to finals from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting 5 for the Canberra Nationals. Number 10, Sarah McCapian. 13, Chris Langhorne. Lizzie Tonks in 23. Abby Kabila, who we were just talking about, in 5. And number 7 is Hannah Kaiser. For the Hornets, it looks like 14, Cassie Pentney. We've got number 9 over there as well, Laura Davidson. Number 7 is Brittany Sewell. Number 5 is Taylor Cotties. And the other one is...
that's a tough basket to start.
Missed one there, 21, Brittany Ridland. So they're off and running here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. Hornets have got on the board nice and early. A shot from downtown from Hannah Kaiser, picked up by Langhorne underneath.
Strong rebound from Chris.
Yeah, very strong. I think she'll really appreciate this kind of game. She's been going up against some tall timber over the last couple of weeks, and it certainly has brought it back now. I think she'll be looking to use her strength and athleticism against some of the more tired members of the Hornets team, perhaps.
Definitely.
2-all here now. It's all equal Stevens as Lizzie Tonks drives it through and finds McCapian. Just for that short jumper. And Kaiser finds herself in a good position to get that rebound. Had to juggle it a little bit and gives it out to Cabillo. Langhorne skips it out to Tonks. Tonks fires. It's a good sign for Liz Tonks. Confidence player, can shoot from outside. The Hornets bring it back. Sewell off to Cotties. Inside, not a bad pass, a little bit of interference there. McCapian using a veteran Wiles to send Pentney to the line. Slowly finding their way in the game at the moment. 5-2 though to the home side team. As Pentney adds another one. And the second one, only a point in it now. There has been, we've spoke about it before, it was a bumper fortnight for the Canberra Nationals, 100% on the road, winning 3, and this is the most exciting part, Chloe, and I'm sure you appreciate this as a scorer, averaging 113 points per game. So plenty of scoring options, and one thing that did stick out really, really well against the Inner West Bulls a couple of weeks ago, 6 players in double figures and only a couple more not too far away. So that's a really even contribution of scoring from right across the squad.
Definitely. I think that's probably the strongest aspect of this team this year, and it's really exciting because we do have such a spread of shooters, drivers, girls that'll get in and get the rebound. So like you said, there was a few weeks ago girls, I think most of the starting 5 in double figures.
Yeah,
so it'll be interesting to see how they go tonight with that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I reckon people are starting to find a little bit of form, and as you mentioned earlier, finding the way to play together so everybody gets a decent look. We're not relying on one person, which is probably a good thing in the grand scheme of things.
Absolutely, yeah. There's not just one option these days. There's any girl on the court can shoot, which is really exciting.
So on the baseline there, Hornets get possession. Just squeaked into the lead, 6 points to 5. Over 7.5 minutes remaining in this one as McCapian drives it down the centre lane. It's on her left hand, drives strong. Just misses the basket, but Tonks is there to tip it in. Nice work. That Ridland backing into Langhorne. This is not going to be a pretty good duel. A couple of savvy players know their way around the basketball court, playing in that centre position. As McCapian gets that long ball, kicks it back out to Kaiser. Kaiser lets fly. It's unfortunate the laser sights are off on that occasion. The Nationals maintain possession. Skibilo fires it inside to McCapian. Smothered there by Taylor Cotties. Billow around the top finds Tonks. Head fake, drives through. And defence again, Cotty's up for it. Leading shot blocker at the moment for the Hornets with 2. Just from the elbow there. Nice little shot. Unable to get a rebound. Kaiser drives it back. Kicks out to Tonks. Tonks around the arc. McCapian drives it in. Finds Tonks again. Just shade off. Good spot there for Cabillo. That pressure comes off for the Hornets. Laura Davis on the top of the arc for the visiting team. Finds Ridland. Just easing it up. And again, Langhorne up to the task.
Great defense there.
Excellent work there. Just persistent. Billow kicks it out to Tonks again. Shoots from downtown. Over on this occasion. It's only a point in it. 7 points to 6 in favour of the Canberra Nationals. Just the rebound from the unsuccessful shot falls into the hands of Lizzie Tonks. Finds Cabillo, kicks it out to Kaiser. Kaiser in the clear. And Langhorne strong.
That's her game right there.
Absolutely. Nine 9-6 now, the Nationals lead. Langhorne again, really making it difficult for Ridland inside. And running hard, gets the ball back. Again, another block.
That's some good defence.
Taylor Cotty is one of the smallest players on the court at the moment for the Hornets. Come up with 3 very important blocks in the last 2 minutes or so. Nationals just settle it down a little bit. Gaze at downtown. Hornets, they're not last couple of times down the court, just been unsuccessful in converting. Not out of it by any stretch of the imagination, but you would think that the more times that they come down and are unable to convert those points, the more it'll start to play on their fatigue and those kind of levels. Definitely,
especially with those girls that have just played, come off the back of the game before as well. It's a bit up and down at the moment, though, for both teams. So I think both would really benefit from getting through a couple of sets right now.
Yeah. A bit of momentum, no real momentum, shift at the moment. It is sort of end-to-end stuff. Both teams reacting to those fast breaks, getting players in the clear. Now they've settled in. Good hands from McCapian to deny that pass. Puts the pressure on the shot clock. Makes the shot, though.
It's a tough shot to make.
Yeah, not too bad. As they take a quick timeout here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. Only a couple of points in it. It is the hometown team, the Canberra Nationals, leading. Equal Stevens, it seems. Yeah, with the Hills Hornets. I thought that was a 2-point, that last one, but they've called it otherwise. So it's pretty well poised there with just over 3 and a bit minutes remaining in this quarter. Now, it's been a couple of years since you've been involved with the team, Chloe, but a lot of these players that you would have seen or been exposed to or trained with over the years, over those subsequent few years that you were involved, has anybody really blown you away with their development over that time that you haven't been part of the squad?
Definitely the younger girls coming in. So there's a couple of the girls that would have played in the academy team beforehand. Jazz, Emmy Clark, Mickey Williams. They have really started to step up into their game as well, and I think that comes with having Nat as a coach. Pete Sinclair has got the Nationals Academy girls this year as well, so really giving them the confidence to, believe in themselves and do what they're good at. So Mickey Williams has just come in now. Great 3-point shooter, can take it to the basket. Emmy Clark's just come in as well. She's one to watch, I think, for the next couple of years. Yep, some good talent coming through, and it'd be remiss of us not to say that Nikki Warner joins the team from a very good year thus far
very solid year for the Nationals Academy, so it's a great addition to the team today, having her.
Absolutely, and she came back from college, I think that was last year while I was away. And just, again, the confidence, but also the ability to move her body and her body positioning. Amazing.
Yep, she certainly has been able to play at both ends of the court strongly for that Nationals Academy and gets a deserved chance on the bench for the Canberra Nationals today against Hill's Hornets. Just had a readjustment of the scores. It is 9-8. For everyone who is keeping up and marking their own stat sheets at home, as Williams takes that that fast break, just unable to convert, get the spin on that ball. She has been one that has impressed. Last year she did pretty well, was one of the leading scorers in the ACT Premier League competition in Prem 1, and has really brought that that shooting and that scoring ability. She's had a couple of nights where she's scored above 20 points, Mickey Williams, and certainly a real threat and a great scoring option off the bench.
Absolutely. Abby Bourne is also one. I haven't played with her yet, but she, I think, will be exciting to play with at some point. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Been very impressed with Abby Morton. Sort of still learning her game, but under the tutelage and mentorship of some of the senior and veteran players on the Nationals, what a great way to learn your game and your trade, that's for sure. I think Lizzie Tonks there with a good pass to Williams. Williams finds it off the glass. Nice. Work. Driving it down. Maddie Emma Dinan run in the Nationals, the Hills Hornets previous game in the W1 Youth. Oh, nice work there again. Really seeing those mismatches now. Langhorne.
That's a really strong look inside for those girls.
From downtown off the side of the backboard, falls into the hands of Emmy Clark. And I'll tell you what, all the young people out there who are watching, you can take a leaf out of Emmy Clark's book. You see her pretty much at the gym every day. There's Lizzie Tongs drains one from outside, and the timeout's called by the Hornets. But yes, tell you what, the dedication of some of these young players in and around the stadium, you never see them here. You have to chase them out with the broom. They're here that often. Definitely.
They're in shooting every day of the week. Most of them play in our junior competitions as well as our senior, so you can't get them out.
Absolutely. Canberra Nationals in the lead by 16 points to 10 with just over 90 seconds remaining in this quarter. Neither team's really sort of taken the ascendancy. They're sort of answering and responding to each other, but some of those mismatches already starting to pay dividends for the hometown team, with Chris Langhorne being a massive presence inside the paint, and some very nice shooting from outside, Chloe. It's something that you think will continue into the second quarter, or do you think they'll try and put more of not a reactionary game plan, but a plan that they want to execute?
I hope so. I think you can always rely on your outside shooters, definitely, but getting through sets, especially late into the third and fourth quarter, is going to be really helpful going further into the season for the Nationals girls. Yep. I think definitely getting through sets will be great, but you never know. If they're hot outside, I say shoot it. Just keep going, yeah. That's some good advice there of someone who would know. As the Hornets give it around. Nice bounce pass inside there. And able to get the points. That was Kelsey Curtin for the Hornets. I think that's going to continue being a strong look for them inside. Yeah, not overly tall, but tell you what, is strong through the shoulders and through the hips there, Curtin. Very hard to move out of the way, low centre of gravity as well, compared to some of the other players. As Morton looks to add the extras, but the Hornets come away with the rebound. It's 2-on-2 as they drive through, as Cotties looks to throw it up. The presence of Langhorne in the middle gave her a couple of, decisions to make, and unfortunately, the one she took was not the right one. And the future of the Nationals backcourt there with Williams in, Clark in at the moment, Tonks, Morton and Langhorne. Or just a bit too long, that one, just a bit too high, loping in. A 4-point lead to the hometown team. We'll say a couple of players that would be, big contributors not in this week, including Caitlin Rowe, unfortunately. She's had a couple of good games over the last few weeks as well while on the road. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll be missed tonight, especially on the defensive end. Katie Rowe, she manages to get a hand to things most of the time, so can be really good down the stretch. I think they're also missing Natasha Lyle tonight as well, so she would have been great inside to exploit that a little bit more, I think. But
exactly. And the veteran Michelle Cozier out this week as well. Again, but the depth of the Nationals and the Nationals Academy program this year certainly has helped with players being able to step up from that W1 women's competition. That is quarter time here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. It has been a slow start, but a very intriguing one thus far, evenly matched. It's the Canberra Nationals who lead their visiting Hills Hornets 16 points to 12. Davey J in the commentary booth with, Chloe Tuliak, one of the stars of the 2019, pushed by the Nationals, the first year back under the Nationals banner and name for a while, made it all the way to the finals. Went down ultimately to the Newcastle Hunters a few years ago. A great experience once and all, having that opportunity so new in the rebranded Nationals program. It's a really great standard that the teams have had since to aim for.
Definitely. I think we set the precedent that year. We had Keely Froling, who was so strong for us for a couple of years. Kate Gaze, even though she was coming off the back of injury, she was so great as a mentor for everyone and a leader. And we went 8-0 at home. So we didn't lose home court. I think there was a real pride around wearing the uniform again. There was excitement around getting to games and things like that. We had great support back in 2019, and you've seen it again now that we've come out of COVID. People are excited about basketball. Some of the older girls, so you've got Chris Langhorne, Hannah Kaiser, Sarah McCapian, who's come back, were in that team and have carried that through as well. So definitely a really exciting season.
Yeah, no, it is, certainly has, and a good feeling around the place as well. So if you're tuning in to the live stream courtesy of Wonky, we hope you are enjoying what you see. It's going to be a massive day. We've got the Canberra Gunners coming up at 6 p.m, so make sure you stick around for that. Before we head back into it, there hasn't been a great deal of scoring, but we'll go through some of our stats leaders for the visitors. It has been Kelsey Curtin and Cass Pentney, the captain, who are leading the way on the scoring front with 4 points apiece for them. Meanwhile, for the Canberra Nationals, Lizzie Tonks with 8 points has been the guiding light, just going about her business as usual, finds herself in good spots and makes those shots, converts them at a pretty high rate, so she is doing fantastic with 8 points. And on 6 points, that inside presence of Chris Langhorne that'll certainly change within the next quarter as well. I'd imagine I could see her getting a really, really good 20-point haul if they keep continuing heading into it.
If they keep looking at her inside and her strong body positioning, definitely.
We're back into it now with the Nationals. There's Morton. Just too long inside of the paint there, unfortunately, but a great pass from Cabillo to find her.
And a good look too. That's a good look inside. Abby's quite tall as well, so they should look to exploit that for the rest of the game. Yeah,
absolutely. Certainly find some mismatches right across. We match up really, really well at the moment. The players we've got on the court in this second quarter. For the hometown team, it is Abby Cabillo in 5, Abby Morton in number 9, Sarah McCapian in 10, Mickey Williams in 24, and Emmy Clark in 10 doing the business for the hometown team. Hornets hitting back there, 16-14. They've brought it in by a couple. The Nationals able to fend off that attack. Amy Morton down low.
That's tough.
Yeah, I don't want to say monstered because some of the players were around her height, a little bit shorter, but I tell you what, they certainly covered her very quickly once they realised she was there. Out to the top, nice pass, nice spot, and nice points for the veteran Sarah McCapian. Takes it 18-14 with just under 9 minutes in this quarter. Good hands there by Abby Cabillo, really making Isabella Dewan as the ball bounces towards the commentary station. Didn't get a chance earlier. Our referees for this match, Jack Taylor and Mitch Hudson, always do a fantastic job. The whistleblowers in pink. He skips around the outside. Below inside, looking for a target. Wasn't there. There's the Hornets. Taylor Cotty's on the way. Draws that foul. Goes to the line.
He's been a bit of energy, been bringing a bit of energy for the Hornets here.
Yeah, very impressed in the first quarter with Taylor Cotty's output, especially on that defensive end there, and really pushing the ball hard for their key scorers. That's a point of her own. Misses that second one, but a good rebound. And points from the captain, Pentney. Going to have to get a big haul out of Pentney. Identified her earlier as one of the players to watch. And Morton goes to town again, getting some good looks inside. Hornets get the ball, the baseline. And around 14 at the top, Pentney. Marked by Cabillo. Just a little step around there, unable to make it convert. The Capian comes back. Good drive there, as well as Curtin drains another two. Leading point scorer, one of the leading point scorers for the Hornets there. And again, you picked it as a good, strong matchup in there. She certainly has become, her and Pentney have been real targets over the last, 2-3 minutes of this quarter, Chloe.
Absolutely. I think the Nationals girls need to switch on a little bit here in defence. Otherwise, the Hornets, they'll keep exploiting that. It's a nice pass, though, as I've just said that.
That's it, 2019. It's certainly only a couple of points in it. And again, both teams reacting pretty well.
It's a strong move.
Hornets take that lead 21-20. Neither team unable to skip out with a bit of a run. Bit of a break. They're matching each other pretty well at the moment, right across the board. Curtin in again, gets that rebound. Maybe Morton strong inside, but Williams comes away with it. Looks to Cabillo, drives through, kicks it out to Kaiser. Fingertip there from the Hornets. Layer, Cotties again. Strong on defence as Cabillo shoots from downtown. Oh, just unable to get that rebound. And again, up and under.
Just can't convert on either end.
Yeah, very low scoring thus far. With just over 5 minutes remaining in the half. Nikki Williams from over on the wing.
Gotten back into a little bit of that up and down basketball again, Dave.
Yes. And nobody really sort of stamping their authority on the game. The shot from outside from Dewan. Isabella Dewan gets that one, extends that lead. Again, it's not panic stations by either team at the moment, but the Hornets will be happy that they've got a 4-point lead over the Nationals, 24-20. because it has been an end-to-end sort of game. Miss one, get one, come back, miss one, get one type thing. And it's, so to have a couple of points break certainly helps. 23-20 as the score is adjusted here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. So late in the second quarter with 5 minutes remaining, Chloe, is what do you think Coach Hurst will be saying over there for the Nationals to get them back into, controlling their own destiny?
I think it will definitely come down to their defence at the moment and who wants it more at the moment. From what I can see, the Hornets girls have come here to prove a point. They did have a tough loss last week, so they've come out and they've come out tough. Playing in Canberra, travelling down the road is always tough for teams, but they do seem to come out and want to get after us. So I think Nat right now will be getting up the girls a little bit and saying you got to switch on defence because they look good when they run, they execute when they're playing good D. So it'll be interesting to see what happens for the rest of this quarter. Yeah,
absolutely. It's be interesting to see if there's any changes made to this team that comes on. And as you can see, there has been. They've gone back to their starting five. There's senior players with Cabillo, McCapian, Kaiser, Langhorne and Tonks. To try and get some of that, trying to get the lead, bet it down, and use that experience to shift the momentum. Just a little bit wayward from Cabillo. The Hornets look to hit back. Oh, good intercept there. Off the bounce pass by Cabillo. Draws the foul as well.
She knows how to read that really well in transition, Abby.
Yeah, fast feet, fast hands, that's for sure. Finds herself getting plenty of intercepts and steals. Another quarter travel there gives the perfect opportunity for the Nationals to either eradicate that lead or at least eat into it. It's only a couple of points, 20-23. Again, a couple of trips to both ends proved unsuccessful, unfruitful for both teams. Inside pass there, Langhorne finds herself at the top of the key, finds Kaiser, sort of ins and outs. Langhorne gets the rebound. Cabillo finds Tonks inside to McCapian. Back outside to Cabillo. Good head fake there. Good shot that just doesn't fall. And they called it. Hornets so haven't gone into their shell, looking to go inside. A bit of hard work for Brittany Ridlin in the first quarter, matching up with Chris Langhorne. And again, Langhorne putting the defensive stops on her, making it a little bit more difficult. The top, grabs it, shoots it, almost makes it. Nationals bounce back through Tonks. Cabillo on the side, cops a late hit there. On the hip, just as she was coming down from the air. No foul called on that occasion. There's the horn. It's been about 2 minutes since anyone scored. Chloe, it's all dried up.
Someone's really got to step up here for either team, I think, at this point.
And Curtin out there. Shooting from inside, gets a good rebound. Plenty of coverage there on the inside, though, by Langhorne. And Brittany Ridlin goes to the line for the Hornets to look to add to their points. But yeah, good 2 minutes or so with no score. Certainly doesn't play into either team's hands, I would think. There'd just be more frustration. Some of that might be coming out and some the way people are playing. But it's all about getting points on the board in this game.
I think unfortunately for both teams, they're taking good shots. They're looking to drive to the basket really well. They're just not dropping at the moment for either team. So hopefully for the next 3 minutes they can get going a little bit.
Ridlin adds the extras. It is a 4-point lead to the visitors, 20-24. As we said, the Nationals have their starting five back out there.
if you'll notice the, I guess, stagnancy on offense has come from both teams jumping into a zone as well. Sometimes that does happen.
And that one just bobbles out for Langhorne. Not a bad option. Found herself in the clear. The Hornets look to bounce back. Cotties. Sewell finds Ridlin. Unable to cover on that occasion. Just took her out of the comfort zone. As Kaiser looks to bounce back and finds a 2. 4 points is the lead to the Hornets. 26-22 is the score. Oh, good hands inside. He's really very close on that defensive assignment at the moment. Chris Langhorne making it real hard for Brittany Ridlin to get into her stride today. Now Mayan checking in for the Nationals. There's a timeout called. Again, yeah, really need somebody to sort of stand up and say, hey, follow me, girls, for either team and have a bit of a leadership, a leadership spurt and a scoring spurt. Who's most likely to take on that job for the Nationals?
Look, we said it before, everyone can be a scorer in this group now, especially with your starters. Maybe Yar coming in will give them a little bit of fire in the belly. She's very quick. I play with her in our local comp here and she tears it up.
Yep.
So maybe that little bit of pressure will help. Chris Langhorne also is someone that they should keep looking to, definitely. She's been strong already tonight. So if they can get her a couple of good looks. Otherwise, look, anyone right now, it's anyone's game. Any of those girls can step up and start hitting shots. I think it's going to be about who wants it more. It's going to be about crashing boards and staying with their stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It certainly marked, the Hornets have certainly marked Abby Cabillo pretty tightly throughout most of this first half. She's been able to find a few open players, which has been, her skills and one of her talents, that's for sure. Chance to add a few points to the ledger. Gets the first one. And the second one. Draws it to within 2. 2.5 minutes remaining in this half. It's the Hills Hornets still able to maintain a lead. It's Brittany Sewell looks inside to Pentney. Pentney kicks it out to Cotties. Cotties gets that one.
Oh, she's been good so far.
Yeah, it certainly has been one of the focal points at both ends for the visiting Hornets. Kaiser inside to Langhorne. Gets it back. Oh, a good pass there. And the veteran Wiles of Sarah McCappin draws the foul.
A fantastic pass by Hannah there.
For all money, like she was setting herself for the shot, but at the very last nanosecond it was.
It was.
Finds McCappin driving to the basket with the hands open. Looks to draw it within 4 points. Just bounces off the front lip there. Gets the second attempt. Nationals trail 25-29, just over 2 minutes remaining in this quarter and in the half. So again inside to Ridlin. It's outside. And a good shot there.
That's 2 threes in a row. The Nationals girls have to get a hand to that.
Yeah, Brittany Sewell, we mentioned that they aren't a massive team on court, the Hornets, so you would think that they'd be able to shoot from downtown. They've been doing okay. Good hustle there from Kaiser to deny Laura Davidson with what could have been a very easy layup. It all come to pass. Davidson gets the ball again inside to Ridlin. Looks to post up. Oh, the double team. Oh, successful enough. Causes the jump ball. Nationals get possession. Good teamwork, Dan. Good defensive teamwork on the Hornets player.
I think looking at double teaming her is going to be strong for them, although she might just keep going to work, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Kaiser skips it around to Mayan. Mayan finds Langhorne. Langhorne's passes it around to the left. Cabello. Kaiser inside. Strong again. McCapian finds herself guarded by 3, but kicks it out to Langhorne. who gets that open shot.
He loves the three.
Very nice, and patient as well by the Nationals. That extra pass certainly paid dividends as they draw it to within 4 in the shadow of half-time. Davidson kicks it out to Pentney. Pentney and Sewell. Now Mayan really sticking to her like glue. Oh, and draws the charge. Good defensive feet by Mayan there. Really matched up well. Fast feet certainly pays off.
Fast feet. That's 2 really good defensive sets by the Nationals then too, so hopefully they can get a score off this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Find themselves in a pretty good position if they can come away with points from this one. And again, plenty of time to put some pressure on the inbound pass if they are successful. And Kaiser kicks it in, sticks around. Unfortunately, they call the jump ball there. Still got plenty of time, just over 30 seconds. 23.5 or so. The Hornets look to extend their lead and flip the script. They trail by 4 at quarter time. And at this stage they lead by 4 heading into the half. 22 seconds or so on the clock. Nationals get that possession. Plenty of time to convert. Draw within 1 or 2 points going into the long break. Screen set there by Langhorne for Cabillo. Right across the top finds Kaiser. Kaiser across to Mayan, drives through. Nice.
That's how the girls wanted to go into that half, I'd say. A little bit of energy.
Yeah, you got to lift your energy there. When the points aren't coming, you got to, contribute by hustling, and they certainly have started to hustle hard in that quarter, but they do trail by 2 points at half-time. Canberra Nationals 30 and the visiting Hills Hornets 32. Pretty exciting game there, as we've sort of mentioned and alluded to throughout that first half, Chloe. No team really in the ascendancy, no team sort of taking the game by the scruff of the throat to show their intent of taking the game on and winning it, but at a pretty intriguing arm wrestle as it is at half-time.
Yeah, it's been interesting watching the girls come out. You'd think coming off 3 really good wins on the road, they'd have a little bit more fire in the belly, but might be the cold back in Canberra today, I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond in the second half, I think. Definitely getting those points to finish that quarter will be nice. I think there'll be a couple of words in the change room, probably from some of the on the court together.
Yeah.
I think now we've had the starting 5 on together twice, and they've been quite good. So I think getting those rotations in and making sure the level of, intensity doesn't drop.
Yep.
So they don't have to fight back as hard, I suppose, will be interesting.
Yeah, plenty of options as well. We mentioned a couple of the young guns from the Nationals Academy program who've stepped up and continue to step up throughout the year and the season. Emmy Clark, she was strong when she came on, as well as Mickey Williams, as well as, looking forward to see Jasmine Butsos get her opportunities as well if she can, will get on there. And basically she has been able to shoot the lights out in that W1 youth competition. So it'd be nice to see some of them be rewarded. I haven't seen Nikki Warner yet either, but I tell you what, if we will check some of the stats, the scoring stats, enough from the game. For the opposition, though, they just gone about their business quietly, find themselves in front by a couple of points. They haven't really been able to stamp their authority or their game plan either on the game. But who's impressed you for the Hornets?
Definitely Taylor Cotty. She's been fantastic from the outset. She, I think, has really been a driving force for the Hills so far in the game. It'll be interesting to see when she sits down for a little bit now if she'll be able to keep that going through the rest of it, but she's been attacking really hard, and we really haven't had a response, I think, the Nationals girls to stopping her momentum either end. She's been all over it down on the boards down the other end too, so she's been really impressive. Obviously Pentony's been great as well inside, so I think they're still the ones to watch going into the next half. But some of those younger girls that played their youth league game beforehand, they've been really impressive.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. They're certainly warmed up and ready to go for that. Well, look, we'll give you a chance to warm up as well. It is a beautiful afternoon here in the ACT. So whether you're watching locally, around Australia or around the world, thanks for joining us here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. We're going to take a quick break. Live stream brought to you by Wonky. We'll be back for all the second half action very shortly, right here. Well, welcome back to the Belconnen Basketball Stadium for the second half action of this Round 7 2021 Spalding Waratah 1 women's match between the Canberra Nationals and the Hills Hornets. It's the visiting Hills Hornets who have the lead at the moment, 32-30 over the hometown Canberra Nationals, but it certainly has been an arm wrestle with neither team really stamping their dominance on this game. We expect that to change into the second half. Joining me in the commentary booth is Chloe Chuliak, former player of with the Nationals, and we've spoken about it before. It's been a little bit, it's a bit, I don't want to say a non-event so far because the game's been spectacular, but one highlight that you have shown, field goal percentage for both teams, not super high for the visitors at 40%, but down to as low as 26.1% for the hometown team. That's going to have to change for either team to really start adding on the points, Chloe.
Definitely, especially Nationals girls here, 26%. I think they're 12 from 46 so far from the field. So I think that just, we spoke about it in the last half, is them getting through sets looks really nice. The baskets are quite easy when they do also settle and get through a nice set. So hopefully they bring some of that patience into this half here and don't settle for those shots or don't force those outside shots, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as a team that's come off a 100% road record, 3-0 over the last fortnight, running into a team that, struggled a little bit against the strong north side. You would think it'd be the other way, but they certainly are digging deep. The Hills girls, with several, as we've mentioned and identified, coming out of that Nationals Academy, or the W1 youth game against the Nationals Academy. They've doubled up on service today, so it's going to be interesting to see how that affects them down the stretch. We get stuck into it with Langhorne finding Tonks. Gone back to their starting five. Nice open shot there at the top of the free throw line for McCapian. Adds an extra 2. And it's all equal Stevens here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. A couple of the leading stats, the stats leaders for that first half. 9 points to Chris Langhorne, number 13 for the Nationals. Ably assisted with 8 from Lizzie Tonks. And for the visitors, it is number 14 and captain Cass Pentney with 8 points, who's leading the way. Tonks kicks it out to Kaiser. Kaiser fires up that shot from the wing. That's nice, big smile as she runs down to the into a defensive set. Managed to wrest the lead back and skip away. The last 2 plays, and again, it's that power of that ability to get a few scoring runs together back to back.
Strong start for the Nationals.
A little bit too easy there for Ridland, finding herself all alone at the top to make that easy shot.
Classic Abby Cabillo drive there. Absolutely,
into that left hand, looking for that high arc off the glass, but the Hornets are able to counter that. Unfortunately, though, with the foul. We'll have to start watching that. I reckon if they turn the intensity up, the Nationals, I think some of the, to save the legs of some of the Hornets, they might have to start fouling a little bit early, but we'll see how that pans out in the next few minutes as Cabillo makes her second. Been quiet thus far for Abby Cabillo after averaging about 22 points over the last 3 games. We got 5 or 6 again. I think she doesn't like the cold so much.
No, it looks like it.
There's still plenty of time left in this game, though, to add to her scoring sheet and her scoring stats for 2021. And Cotties drives through, draws the attention of a few, kicks out to Ridland. The 2 are far away from my liking for the number 21 from the Hills Hornets. Billow makes some space. Oh, Lizzie Tonks almost comes away with the fingertip rebound. Billow does, though. Yeah. Good spot. Finds herself in a bit of trouble, but finds the open player. McCapian.
Transition 3.
Again, Tonks finds McCapian. Touch into her waiting hands. It's been good in the first half for the Hornets. Brittany Sewell, the 7. And a bit of balance. Back into it, the Hornets get it from the baseline ball. Pentney called for the charge.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I thought she had found herself in a pretty good way to the basket there. Just collected someone on the way.
That nasty little hook gets all of us sometimes.
Yeah. And Cabillo bringing it down over the half court for the Nationals. Got help inside and outside.
Oh.
Finds McCapian. Unsuccessful again. Themselves with plenty of good looks.
Still settling for those outside shots though, Dave. I would think that's something they would have spoken about in the change rooms at halftime, that 26%. And they were strong starting the game off, looking inside to Chris Langhorne, Abby Morton when she was on. Even Sarah McCapian was getting some nice steals inside. So it's a little bit odd to me that they've gone away from that.
It's Tonks over there, guarded very strongly. Langhorne finds herself open after a couple of...
Strong rebound by Kappa there.
Yeah, nice position. The fakes there, they skip it around the outside to Tonks. Tonks, just ins and outs. Rolls around the rim of that, but unfortunately doesn't drop. Scotty's finds...
Great transition there from the Hills.
Emma Dynan. And again, go the other way. Oh, that's just a bit too strong off the glass for Kaiser. Would have been a good way to grab a couple of points and answer back from the Hornets. Just change the intensity again. And again, finds herself inside. Ridlin. She's doing her best work inside for the Hornets. Brittany Ridlin. Very strong, big body to sort of try and overcome and contain for the Nationals. Langhorne's been doing a pretty good job of it. That one just bounces in again against those bread and butter points. Just don't seem to be falling for the Nationals at the moment. Handed off the lead. They were in front by a couple. Now they trail by a couple, 38-36.
I think this third quarter is going to be make or break for either team.
Yeah, I think so.
Right now.
Oh, good pass, and eventually gets there. Just hanging like a bird on a wire until it dropped in there for the Hornets. Good bounce pass.
Great pass and a great finish from Chris Langhorne there.
A bounce pass. They certainly aren't going to leave it hanging out there. The Nationals are certainly going to try the very best to try and score out of this or get out of the little bit of a shooting slump that they're in at the moment. Kaiser from the edge. Gets a three.
A foul
gets a foul from outside. No points. Gets 3 shots at the line. And again, the hustle of Taylor Cotty's certainly been a highlight for the Hornets. She heads off to take a break.
Well-deserved break, I'd say.
Yeah, certainly has been MVP for the visitors and for mine.
Got Nikki Warner subbing in at the moment. See if she brings a little bit of spark to the game.
Yeah, a lot of energy about Nikki Warner's game. I think she just looks in good shape as well. She's looking pretty fit, doesn't look out of place in the Nationals jumper. It's all locked up here at 40 apiece. Just a real sort of scrappy arm wrestle now. I think this might be the mood for the rest of the game. Each time one of the teams sort of gets a little bit of momentum, the other seems to snuff it out.
Great tip by Mickey there.
It's too big for the Hornets. Cabillo comes back, finds a pass. It's Tonks. I think it's Tonks. It's Nikki Williams over on the far wing, unable to convert. Cabillo up early. And the Hornets player. Sewell, bounce pass into Pentney.
Can we say that she just got monstered by Abby then?
Yeah, she certainly did get monstered then.
I think what's been really interesting so far is seeing the shift in the game when either team has rotated their subs through. see the intensity drop a little bit. I think that lack of leadership. And especially for the Hills now too, going back to some of that scrappy back and forward, taking kind of rush shots, which they weren't before. So it's interesting. That's really interesting to me.
Yes.
Really interesting, especially with the Nationals girls as well. You'd think playing and training alongside some of the older girls as much as they do, they'd be able to, I guess, weather when the subs come in a little bit more. But I guess that's still finding their groove, finding how they play well together, what the combinations look like and feel like. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of great permutations and combinations are available, but it's just about making sure that there is that balance, I think, especially for the Nationals with so many young players there. They still need a veteran.
Definitely.
They'll still need an experienced voice out there just to make sure they're headed in the right direction. But I tell you what, for the Hornets, big amount of work from Cass Pentney. He's found herself on court for a fair whack of the time. First half, she was on for 18 of the full 20 minutes there, so I expect that she'll be a fixture in the second half there. As she heads towards the line to try and skip a bit of a lead out for the visitors. And the first one just bounces off the lip. And gets there for the additional point with the second one. Langhorne high on the court, helping out, double teamed. Able to find Cabillo, double teamed again. They've certainly lifted their intensity on the defensive end, the Hornets.
Come out in a little bit of a press there, the Hornets too, which the Nationals girls weren't expecting.
Yeah, absolutely. Didn't react the best to it, but have been able to come away with the possession of the ball. 14-second shot clock. Cabillo looks to find an attacking outlet, finds Williams over on the far wing. Oh, that went in and out, but
by
nice.
Nikki Warner. That's a good read.
Good spot by Nikki Warner. Again, just those fast hands on Sewell, been very impressive.
And a good finish there too. She's really impressed me tonight.
Yeah, she's done very well. Brittany Sewell. She's been very very balanced and very level-headed throughout the Hornets. Well, first half. Occasion. Thomas goes to the line, gets the first one. Draws within 2. Makes the second one. Just over 4 minutes in this quarter. Canberra Nationals trail by 1 point over the visiting Hills Hornets. Looking to press themselves at the top there, but they've been able to find the free player. They reset their defensive patterns, the Nationals. Looking to isolate.
Great defense there by Abby Cabillo. That's a strong set from the Nationals.
Good stuff. Bit of help from Mickey Williams as well. Made it very difficult for Sewell. Just off the fingertips of Warner. Possession goes to the Hornets. But again, she won't, she'll want to try her best each and every time she gets down there. It's about 3 looks down there for Williams.
I do love the confidence. I love the confidence from them. Yes, their shooting percentage isn't great right now from outside, but I love that none of them have dropped their heads. They're still looking for that. It's pretty strong still. As long as they have rebounders, I don't see that as a bad option, to be honest.
There's Warner again with another rebound. She's come on. She's doing a good bit of work, bringing in that good form from the Waratah 1 youth competition in Canberra Nationals.
Yeah, doing a bit of stat chasing there.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, and there she is, Mickey Williams. Good work from Mickey there. She's certainly been having a go from there each and every time, finding a spot and getting good looks. On that occasion, it drops. Isabella Dewan coming in for Brittany Sewell for the Hornets. Sarah McCapian making some moves over on the bench for the Nationals, getting the veteran back into it. Pentney. Again, a real focal point for the Hornets attack.
That's an unlucky call there.
Absolutely. They go in the bonus situation. Long way out, just under 3 minutes remaining in this one, in this quarter. And they go to the line, the Nationals. They lead by 2, 45-43. As Brittany Ridland comes back in, gives the skipper a break. They had some good points and some good opportunities, scoring opportunities through Brittany Ridland throughout the game. The Hornets, no doubt, will look to go again, knowing that they well, she might be find herself with a mismatch there somewhere, knowing Langhorne's on the bench. Good job for Nikki Warner in 6.
Great pick up by Abby there.
Excellent work by Cabillo. Running rebound. There's Williams again. Just off the front of the rim. Gonna have to hustle here, both Williams and Warner.
Their transition's been pretty consistent and solid this game, I'd have to say.
And now Hornets seem to be, heading out to the races more often than not.
Absolutely.
And able to convert, which is makes it even better, gives them confidence. Also allows some of their players who are doubling up a chance to catch a breather.
Nice find for Yar there.
Nice spot there from Yar. Mayan, as the Nationals, timeout by the Hornets. They trail by 4, 49-45. A little bit of momentum coming towards the Nationals at the moment, but the Hornets aren't going to not going to die without trying. That's for sure. They've certainly had, they've been close or thereabouts throughout it. With just over 2 minutes remaining, they just need to continue what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be a real grind by the looks of it. Nothing's really changed. No one's decided to stamp their authority on the game so far. So I think they're just going to have to be stuck in the mud for the rest of the quarter.
Yep.
We'll see if anyone decides to show up in the last quarter and start hitting those threes for the Nationals.
Yep.
I think that'll definitely be a game changer if they can start hitting some of those. That will push the lead out. But for now, in the trenches.
Yeah, it is certainly good defensively as well, with Abby Cabillo coming up with some good rebounds and some steals and those kind of things. So, as you mentioned, nobody's really in that ascendancy. If I was a betting person, and for those who are out there who do it, bet responsibly, of course, I couldn't be able to tell you who it was. You know where our feelings lie as the hometown team, but at the moment, very, very delicately poised, with just over 2 minutes remaining in this quarter. A long way to go in the game. It'll be interesting to see what happens over the remaining 2 minutes here in the first couple of minutes of the final quarter.
The Nationals definitely need to capitalise on the 5-team fouls right now. They'll be going to the line every time, so I'd be attacking quite hard to the basket.
And certainly got the players capable of attacking that basket hard off the dribble, that's for sure, on the court at the moment.
Some great defence by Mickey Williams tonight so far.
Hard work there. Nikki Warner finds herself with a handful.
It's tough to guard though.
Yeah.
She knows how to move her body well and get into position, but
just giving a couple of inches away to Ridland in that position, but almost come away with it. Did force her to miss. She's at the line. She hits the first one, draws it within 3. And makes the second one. 2-point ball game. Canberra Nationals in front, 49-47. Pass from Cabillo finds Williams over in a favoured spot. Kicks it around to Yar, Mayan. And Capian able to get that loose ball off the ground as Cabillo shoots. And Capian again doing all the dirty stuff down low.
That's her game right there though. The 1%ers.
Scraps hard, unfortunately, turn over, and the Hornets over the halfway line very quickly, forcing the Nationals to reset in a hurry. Nikki Williams, good strong D again. Capian, nice.
Great dip.
Not a bad matchup there. Kelsey Curtin up against the veteran Sarah McCapian.
Oh, we've got Jazzy now.
Here comes Jazzy Butzos.
She had a blinder in our local state comp on Wednesday night.
Yep.
The confidence coming out of this girl, my goodness.
Yeah, she continues to impress me a lot throughout this season. The more I get to see her on court, level-headed for someone so young and a good shot. And when she's on, she can certainly sink them. As McCapian just falls short on that one, bounces off into the waiting hands of Brittany Ridland for the Hornets. Back inside to Curtin. Cotties going around the long way. Called the travel. He took the circuitous route to get to where she wanted to go. At least the view on the way was nice. Williams brings it bit down. Warner remains on court as we close out this last 30 seconds or so of the quarter. Nice, yeah, nice work from Yar. Looked like it was all going to go the other way. Plenty of attention to it too on the defensive end. 10 seconds remaining. The Hornets have a chance to lock it up with the final shot this quarter. Finds open player. Dewan unsuccessful with that one. We head into the three-quarter break with the Canberra Nationals ahead by 2 points, 49-47. They trailed, they came back, they bounced forward, they trailed, they came back, bounced forward. It's been one of those games, a to and fro. Nobody's really put a couple of runs together, a couple of scoring opportunities back to back. But I tell you what, even though it is a low-scoring game, 49-47, Chloe, it's been pretty entertaining.
It has been. Definitely watching the girls grind, especially that last quarter there. Like you said, up, down, up, down. Some girls then hit a couple of really nice shots. It'd be interesting to see what the stats tell us going into this last quarter here. Honestly, it's going to be really interesting seeing how Nat responds, because that last group was looking okay. Yeah,
some good speed, some good experience, some good scoring options, and defensively some very, very fast hands and feet out there. Certainly made it a little bit more difficult for the Hornets to score as the quarter counted down. But I tell you what, it's going to be a really interesting one into this last quarter. It could be anyone's. Nobody really has given you much confidence to sort of say, yep, they're just going to run away with it now. But we found our score sheet and our stats there. We'll run through some of those quarter time stats for you at the moment with, a couple of leading scorers changing for the Hills Hornets. Brittany Ridlin, as we mentioned, has started to find herself in some decent space inside and into the low post as 11 points for the visitors. And Taylor Cotties, who we've identified and highlighted her defensive efforts, has grabbed 10 points and 10 rebounds with a quarter to go. Double-double, not a bad effort for her.
Yeah, that's it. I've been really impressed with her tonight. Really, really impressed.
Yeah, very, very, very good across there. That field goal shooting for the for the Canberra Nationals dropped a little bit down to 25%, but still some decent scoring options there. Not too many people don't have a score against their name, but it is Yarmine. No, Chris Langhorn, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, with 11 points still leading the way for the Canberra Nationals, and Lizzie Tonks with 10. But I can see some of those young guns with that nice shot from outside starting to get an opportunity to add to the score. So it's all coming ahead for you here in the final quarter of the game at the Bell Connor Basketball Stadium. Miss Curtin looks to drive the ball and unable to do it. Cabillo finds herself with a positive advantage, 4 on 3. Takes herself with a rebound from Warner. Yeah, nice work. Finds Butsos on the outside. Passes around, drives through, and finds Cabillo on the wing.
Feel the energy just lift then from the Nationals girls starting that quarter.
Oh, absolutely. Got the stop, got the score. Could do it again. They lead 52-47. Good drive there. Just the
drive. No split line for the Nationals there. I said at the start, defense is going to win them this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Laura Davidson just too easy. Just able to shake off Abby Cabillo and basically drive down the highway to the scoring service station, as it were. Now Maya from outside. Nice 3 points. Starting to make the difference. Some of that hustle from some of those young players. And those outside shots are starting to fall a little bit. Cottage drives it through and kicks it out. Davidson finds Curtin. Curtin just balancing him up, just waiting. To one. Curtin again. If we get points off McCappin, and does so. Deft touch off the glass with the left hand there.
Push.
Yeah, Mayan.
Taylor Cotty's hands tonight, my goodness. I think she's got a hand to everything so far.
Absolutely. She's playing a massive game for the Hornets. Keeping them well in it. They trail by 4, 55-51. Curtin looks to take it inside, shoots over the basket. Warner in good position. Cabillo comes down, look to reset it. Butsos wide open, can hit them.
A little bit off balance there, I think. A little bit rushed.
A little bit rushed. Didn't think she'd have so much time and space. A bad matchup on Cotties there either. Shot from downtown. She's going to go right down to the wire. Kelsey Curtin.
A little bit of movement on the bench now too. So we've got Langhorne coming back in. Abby Morton coming back in again. Hannah Kaiser.
Captain shooting long off the glass. Cotties again working hard on that defensive end. Bounce pass. This is going to be very interesting as the Hornets take a 1-point lead.
Bit of a lift, I know I said from the Nationals, but both teams have come out firing a little bit now.
Good hands there, good stretch from Davidson. Forces the ball over the sideline. A whole heap of substitutions made. Good effort from Nikki Warner coming on. It's been a little while since she's played. She's done some good things out there. Abby Morton, Hannah Kaiser, Chris Langhorne in. There's Jasmine Butsos takes the seat as well. Herself open, Kaiser, plenty of time. Rolls around, the Langhorne in the right spot. Yes, nice, fall away jumper.
Give me some of that, Chris Langhorne.
Very nice, big effort. Inside pass, Curtin looking to go to town. On the travel there, one step too many. For Maddie Emma Dynan.
Oh, we've got a technical on the coach now on the bench.
And a check as well. Yes, that's how tense it is. It's only going to take something like that to shift the momentum, I believe.
Absolutely. I think frustrations are high for everyone right now.
Kaiser misses that one from the line. Unable to add any points from that tech foul call. The game possession, 24-second shot clock. Now Mayan and Abby Cabrillo in the backcourt for the Nationals. Kaiser finds Mayan. Langhorne playing a little bit high in that option. Shot there.
Crashing the boards there.
Yeah, good work.
That's strong.
Now Mayan again. Identified it early. She brings plenty of hustle.
Absolutely. She's one of those 1%ers as well. Gets after everything.
Diving for those balls certainly helps. Morton skips it around to Cabillo. Cabillo Kaiser drives it through on the baseline, kicks it back out to Mayan. The bad spot, good option. Just didn't fall though.
Banging bodies underneath the basket now.
Yeah, starting to get that feeling that if they do miss on that low field goal percentage, they want to be in a good spot to get those rebounds.
Absolutely.
And certainly come off for the Nationals as they maintain a 1-point lead over the Hills Hornets.
Got our point guard, Chris Langhorne here.
Look at that, coast to coast. And draws the foul. They got into some foul trouble early last quarter, the Hornets. 5 team fouls there for a good 3 minutes. So each time they went to the line, each time they had a foul, sent them to the line. Hopefully they'll be looking not to do that and get themselves so high in the count this last quarter, because it could come down to those foul shots.
Back to our starters. Oh no, Abby Morton's still in now.
Abby Morton's still out there, providing a little bit of additional height. 59-56, just over 6 minutes remaining in this game. Canberra Nationals with the lead. And that one would have gone a good way to eradicating that, but the Hornets are able to come away with it. Inside to Pentney. Good, strong.
Oh, that is tough basketball.
Super tough there.
That's their captain right there.
That's it. There's Tongs from outside. Again, it's 2-on-2, balanced up.
Some quick hands there from the Hornets.
Yeah, 3-on-2. And the weight of numbers.
Definitely have been playing to their strength this game, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We like to say in and around the place that teamwork makes the dream work, and on that occasion it certainly did with that basket, meaning that the Hornets take the lead 60-59. Just over 5 minutes in this game. Certainly has been one where we've been excited about some of the things that we've seen, and some of the purists have seen some things that they've liked very much, including those strong defensive stuff. So you're sitting there with all that nitty gritty. For some people, it's like, oh, that's the exciting part about basketball.
Bread and butter right
exactly.
there. I love that.
Yeah,
yep, absolutely.
But on the scoring end, it hasn't been it hasn't been sending the thermometer north. Let's put it that way. Here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium, but it is very, very delicately poised, with both teams looking to gain the ascendancy in the last 5 minutes. Again, we mentioned it before, the Hornets, they just have to keep doing what they're doing. They're not out of it, they're not ahead, they're just doing enough to keep it competitive, and with some luck it could go their way. But the Nationals, they've just got to, they had that early burst of energy and enthusiasm, intensity, matched by the Hornets, and all of a sudden they're back into that game plan where they're starting to miss a few shots. They're starting to, get caught on that fast break and that fast trend, not get back in time. Next few minutes, I reckon the next 2 minutes or so, be really interesting and really important for both teams.
Oh, absolutely.
Cabillo brings it down for the Nationals, finds Kaiser at the top, looks inside to Langhorne, kicks it out to Abby Cabillo and finds that three.
That's the start you want.
Oh, that's it. You can breathe.
Yeah, she's been quiet tonight, but
yes, that's it. That's when the legends come step up. When the going gets tough, they need to get going. On that occasion, good defence from the Nationals, able to come away with the rebound. And while it's only 2 points, you can undo the top button there and breathe a little bit easier. Well, the Nationals, work hasn't been done. Still plenty of time in this game. It's too close to clock off just yet. And look to press high. Cabillo and Dewan going head to head. Maybe Morton's got her work cut out at the moment, trying to keep Captain Cass Pentney in check. Able to do a good job. Nationals come away with it. Tom skips it around on the outside. Kaiser inside to Langhorne. Langhorne kicks it out to Cabillo. And another one.
Fine.
Only 3 points from the WNBL superstar. Curtin gets the ball inside.
And
stripped.
A great steal. That's that WNBL experience coming into play now.
Absolutely. Finds herself alone at the top. Abby Cabillo, three from three.
Feeling herself.
That's it. Shooting so well. Forced a timeout by the Hills Hornets. They skipped away to an 8-point lead off the back of Abby Cabillo shooting. Nationals can breathe a little bit easier, but just over 3.5 minutes remaining. It certainly hasn't, or it won't be all their own way through the end of it. Hard to contain something like that, Chloe. Especially the Hornets haven't been doing much wrong throughout the game, but all of a sudden they find themselves almost stretched out to double figures off a hot hand from Abby Cabillo.
That's what I said before. Watch some of these shots start dropping. The girls weren't taking bad shots before, but I guess you just got to think about the fact when you're shooting at 25%, maybe there's other options. The option now is that three-pointer for Abby Cabillo. So it'll be interesting to see how the Hills girls respond. Do they get up all over her? Do they let her have the drive now? Because she's strong off that as well. So I think if she's feeling hot, I'd keep going to Abby for the next couple of minutes at least.
Yeah, absolutely. For the Hornets, though, do they start concentrating and getting in those bread and butter points on the inside through Pentney,
absolutely.
through Ridlin, who've done it throughout the whole game? Or do they start chancing their arm? There's still plenty of time. They start chancing their arm from the outside.
They've been strong. Look, it could go either way. They could start hitting shots as well because they were hitting some a bit early, but and they haven't looked like they've run out of legs yet, but I'd still be going inside.
Yep.
I'd still be going inside. They've been strong in there all game. 3.5 minutes is a long time in basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see Brittany Sewell back out there. She's had a pretty decent game throughout for the Hills Hornets. One of their more experienced lineups out there at the moment. There's a long three from Davidson, just falls short. Pretty good off the hands there. Tonks brings it back.
And they're back to their starters now, the Nationals. Kappa's back in.
Yeah, Tonks is back in. Kaiser Inside to Langhorne. Nice work from Cabillo. Double teams.
Find again.
Tonks open. Drains that one.
There you go.
Lizzie Tonks. Been going about her business this year with style. Amassing some decent games. And here's Pentney inside as we predicted.
Blocked by her own player.
Yes. Good work, Cabillo. Kaiser take it on. Kaiser draws a foul, goes to the line. Look to take it to a, extend that double point lead. This is the first one. Makes the second one. Here's 12 points. All of a sudden, we're just under 3 minutes. Task gets a little bit harder for the visiting Hills Hornets.
Oh, that's a tough call there.
It was a tough call there. I thought you had gotten away with that one.
It's probably me being a bit biased, though, isn't it? This has probably been the most exciting quarter, to be honest. I think both teams have really lifted here.
Yeah, and again, but it's that fatigue factor that might be playing into the hands of the Nationals, able to trot out a bit more fit and ready players.
Absolutely, and they've got the legs too.
Good kick across the court there. Finds Tonks again.
She's feeling herself as well.
Starting to extend that lead. That 2 minutes that we identified has really, really opened up for the Nationals. They've been able to come away with a fair haul of points. Now lead by 15 with just over 2 minutes remaining. Downtown shot from Sewell. It's wide of the mark as Langhorne comes through. We saw her go coast to coast earlier. Just decides to put the handbrake on, reset a little bit, gain some time off the clock. Goes inside again, kicks it out to Cabillo. Cabillo shoots and scores.
We've been waiting all game for it.
Absolutely. It was 78 to 60, and at least 4 or 5 of those 3-pointers, at least 15 points of those, coming off the hot hand of Abby Cabillo.
She was quiet for the first 3 quarters, but gosh, she's good. I love having her on my team. Gosh, she's good.
Well, you've never heard a more honest appraisal of someone and appreciation of someone's skills than that, because you are speechless how good she is. She certainly has lifted her scoring output over the last quarter after what has been a relatively quiet game for Abby over the last couple of weeks. But I tell you what, when the chips are down and it's his time to be needed, she certainly has stepped up and showing that experience. But nice, been 100% from the arc in the last at least 6 or 7 shots there.
Absolutely.
So that's a very nice stat. Something that no doubt Coach Hurst would have appreciated maybe a little bit earlier in the game to put it put it beyond and not make it, not add to the grey hair count of everyone here. But I tell you what, as the as we're heading into the home stretch, it certainly has been all Nationals. Certainly switched gear on the Hornets. Just haven't been able to come back with it, even though they still haven't given up.
Oh, nice move there.
Yeah, Sewell again impressive. Pentney. So that inside ball for pick and roll. They retain possession, just under 2 minutes remaining. They trail by 18. Now, I don't want to go out on a limb just in case something happens, but his time's certainly starting to run out for them. Davison from downtown, nice shot.
I have loved the confidence across the board tonight, just shooting those threes.
Oh, absolutely. Capian, double key. There's Nikki Dow in there.
Oh, good pick up by Kappa there.
Good pass from Dow. We'll put it down as an assist anyway.
Give her that one.
Yeah, exactly. Another exciting young player making her way in the national squad at the moment. Nikki Dow. To see her on court getting an opportunity. She develops her game. Abby Cabillo kicks it out to her. Switches over to the left hand. Cabillo onto her right. Bounce pass in to Langhorne.
Oh, loves that left hand.
Draws that foul. Drops a stray something across the nose, but looks at it. Yeah, a little bit of water in her eyes there, as is the one with that kind of thing.
At least she can blame that if she misses this foul shot.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Emmy Clark back in now.
Morton in as well. And close out this game, 17 points in front. Nationals giving some opportunity to some of the younger players to continue their development. The Hornets have done themselves pretty proud.
I'd definitely say so. Making the trip down's not an easy one, especially with the tough loss they had last week. So it's been good watching them today, I think. Oh, some solid D.
Good D there.
Could have gone either way, I think.
Been planted a feet there. I didn't think Dow did enough to warrant that call, but referees see it different. The fact they know all the rules probably helps as well.
Absolutely.
Nice movement there from Cotties. Davidson shot well before. Oh, that looked okay there, but not quite enough pepper on that one. They get it back to Hornets. Cotties.
They haven't given up, these girls.
Taylor Cotties certainly has been playing a very, very strong game and a strong hand for the Hornets. And so her score tally, I mentioned before, double-double. Nice work, Abby Morton. Finds Emmy Clark. Oh! Swatted into the bleachers there on the far side.
I know it's our home game, but she has been fantastic today, Taylor. She's probably been my favourite out on court.
Yeah, very much enjoyed her game and the way she's gone about her business today. Not sure about her biography and her details, but I tell you what, keep an eye out for her. I reckon she's a bright future. Heading into NBL 1 East next year.
Exciting times for basketball in general.
Yeah, absolutely. Trailing down to the last 10 seconds of the game now. Cabillo gets the steal. Looking to get Nikki Dow on the scoreboard. Kicks it back to Cabillo. Oh, almost a put back there by Morton. But they've done it. 80-66 was an arm wrestle all the way up until about 5 minutes to go in this quarter. But the Nationals have run away with it in the end off the back of some hot shooting of Abby Cabillo and Lizzie Tonks. I tell you what, heart-stopping stuff early, but I tell you now, a lot of relief, and I'm sure the coaching staff for the Canberra Nationals will be taking that extra breath, as well as the players. Hornets did exceptionally well to stay in it for so long, but again, we identified fatigue and a couple of players having to back up for 2 games, and a little bit of a lack of depth for this trip down. No doubt they'll be stronger back at home, but not too bad. Back-to-back losses for them. They're still relatively well placed in their competition, but for the Nationals, what did you like? It's a little bit to like, isn't there?
A little bit to like.
Little bit to like.
If I'm being frank, shooting not great, but I like that they still had the confidence to keep shooting the whole game. No one dropped their heads. The young girls came in, gave a little bit of fire to it, and they finished strong. So, got to be happy with that. Finished strong, pushed the lead out. Abby Cabillo ended up being great for the last quarter offensively. She was great defensively all game. Lizzie Tonks coming in again in the last quarter and being strong both defensively and offensively. Like I said, these girls, I think while they're still getting their team chemistry, trying to figure stuff out defensively, and I think definitely defensively is going to be where the games come down to. So I like that. I like that they just stuck with it all game.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fantastic to see. And the thing I liked most, Chloe, was they were businesslike about it. They sort of were trading baskets blow to blow. They got covered a couple of times in some key positions, but they went about it. They didn't lose their head. They didn't lose their direction. They maintained it, and at the end, sticking to their plan certainly worked.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Before we go, we'll give you some of the stats leaders for both teams, and then we'll get out of here while you get ready to catch the Waratah 1 men's game, thanks to Spalding, coming up very soon here at Belconnen Basketball Stadium. For the Hills Hornets, we identified her as the visitors' MVP. Taylor Cotties managed to come away with 15 points and 11 rebounds in a very, very solid effort there for them. And then they had 3 players on 11 points, and they were Kelsey Curtin, number 11, Cass Pentney, the captain, and number 14, and Brittany Ridland with 11 points. For the hometown team, 18 points to Abby Cabillo off the back of some great shooting there. 3-point shooting, where 5 from 11 in the end of it, but was certainly there was a couple there that really counted. She was ably assisted with 16 points from Liz Tonks. That was a good effort from her as well. Started the game well. She loves starting the shooting early, and then just comes through at the end and finishes it off quite nicely. And a very, very solid game to the evergreen Chris Langhorn inside with 15 points and 10 rebounds. So that's it. Canberra Nationals have come away with the win. It was a good one, 80-63. That takes their record to 5-2 as they head into next week. So that's a good one for them. They head into the bye next week, I believe. So it's going to be a good one for them. They've just got to work on a few things. Well done to the Hornets as well. And thanks heaps, Chloe. Thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you here. We look forward to having you back in the commentary booth as the season goes on.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, you are here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. David J bringing you the Round 7 2021 Spalding Waratah League games from the heart of basketball here in the ACT. We'll be back at 6 p.m. for the big game, the Waratah 1 men's game against the Hornets here at the Belconnen Basketball Stadium. Make sure you come on back.